Hey YouTubers, today I'll talk about the 3 best software I've found for PC recording. I'll start with Mirillis Action since it's what I'm using to record my desktop. Well, I go through these settings real quick. As you can see here, my file format is the MP4 AMD APP codec, which uses the H.26 encoder that's built in on the GPU. It's the same encoder or codec that the AMD Raptor software uses, or Gaming Involved, I don't really remember the name. But yeah, the problem that I have with Action though is the record settings. The video quality is set to high, the bitrate for MP4 is set to 100%, but it doesn't record. It records at 25 to 30 megabytes per second average in games, which is a bit too on the low side for me. So that's the only reason I don't use it from time to time, because I like my game to record at a higher bit rate, about 50 or so. So out from that, it's really a great program. I use it to record my desktop mostly. Now the other program I'm going to show you is called Bandicam, and this is a great program too. I use Dxtory for most of my recording, but this is right between Action and Dxtory, as in it's simple as Action, looks great, and you got a lot of, you can customize it pretty much like Dxtory. So as you can see, this is the general window. I'm using the free version for now. I bought this, but I don't know what's going on with my activation. But the first window you get to, you could go to let's go to video settings, because this is what we're talking about. As you can see, you can record in AVI or MP4, and you have the option to select the same codec that Action use or AMD Raptor. But in this case, you can select the quality that you want. So I found that at 60 it records at between 50 and 60 megabyte an average per second, so that's great. That's what I want. So yeah, this is a program that's nice. But the problem that I have though, one of the problems that I have, it didn't detect Far Cry 4 for me, because I don't know why. All of the software I had detects Far Cry 4, but this won't. So that's why I didn't use it to record like some games. It don't detect all the games. I don't know why. Well, other from that, it's great. And there's another problem that I have. Where did I go? Did I get to that? Oh yeah, the sound settings. See, when I check this and you have Vista sound, it records whatever your default sound is, and it records fine. But when I want to record this and my sound and my microphone, and I go to my microphone, if I don't check mix the sound into one audio track, it won't record the game sound. It will record only the mic sound. So if you have this unchecked, it won't record the games and the mic, only the mic. Unless you disable the mic, then it will record the game. So that's a bit of an issue for me. But if you check this, it will save both audio tracks separate from the video track in a WAV file. So that's a way to work around it, and it works pretty good. So yeah, that's great, but I would use it. Now let's move on to Dxtory. This is what I use to record most of my games. With Dxtory, it doesn't come pre-installed with the AMD encoder. You gotta download it from a website. I'll show you where to get it. But in the settings, as you can see, you could customize it more than Action or Bandicam. So I use VBR, it's the best. I tried both of these, and VBR is always going to be the best. So, and then the recent update to this encoder, as you can see, the build date is October the 5th. Before I could set it to 50 megabytes per second, and it will record fine, no problem, at an average of between 40 to 50 depending on the game. But now when I set it to 50, it records an 80 to 100 megabytes. I don't know if they messed something up while I updated this. So I set this to 25 megabytes per second to actually record at 50 megabytes per second. So that's weird. I don't know, maybe there will be an update to this that fix that issue. But if you want to record 1080p at 60 FPS per second, you could use a quick set speed. If you want it at 40 for some reason, you could use balance. If you want it at 30, you could use quality. there's not much differences quality that I've seen, but there might be. But you can record 60 FPS at 720p if you hit the quality one. But I use speed because I record in 1080p 60 FPS and that works fine for me. Now, the issue that I have with the Dxtory is it records to AVI and you cannot import it directly to Sony Vegas after you record it in here. But I'll probably do another video covering this and that and some Sony Vegas settings, because it's going to be a whole nother topic.